Hello team, I hope you're all well. Today is Tuesday the 7th of May and we're starting a new weekly vlog on Tuesday because yesterday was Final Book Support Group. Despite the fact that I didn't actually do anything for Final Book Support Group yesterday, I did decide to take the day off. It was Bank Holiday Monday. It's been a long time since I've benefited from a Bank Holiday Monday now that I work for myself. Both my brother and my partner are off work, so I took advantage of that and we spent the day together as a family, so it was really nice. But we're back to it today. It's been a busy day already. I have just finished wrapping up the Final Book Support Group vlog, which was last week's vlog, and I have just finished editing that, so it is now exporting, so this was a perfect opportunity to introduce this video. So this week we are going to run until Sunday, and to be honest, a good portion of this week is not going to be spent at home. So I'm at home today, which is Tuesday, and it's already 5:25. I have a live show at 7:30 for River Enchanted. It's already 5:25 though, so I haven't got much of the day left, and the chances of me actually reading after River Enchanted are slim. So we'll see what happens. I may do, maybe I can't find anything on TV and I will force myself to read instead. I know that sounds horrendous, but right now I seem to be having an issue. It's really weird because the Final Book Support Group vlog and reading grown in the previous vlog didn't look like I had any issue reading, but I don't know what's up with my mood right now. I seem to, if I pick up a book and I'm just not feeling it immediately, I'm just not reading it, and it's holding me back from picking up other things. Apparently I've stopped now reading multiple things at the same time, which is just ridiculous, quite frankly. We're going to see how this week goes, but my aim for this week is to get through some books that I'm still partway through because I did not finish them in Final Book Support Group like I hoped. And then I do have 2 new books that I would like to get through, one of which is for a blog tour with a publisher, and the other one was sent to me by a publisher, and I really am in the mood to read it, and it is a manga, so it won't take me long to get through. So let's very quickly tell you what I'm planning on reading this week. Oh, I was telling you about my week, sorry. This could also be another reason why I'm not in the mood. Tomorrow I am at home all day, so that's fantastic news. I'm going to be doing hump day sprints with my patrons from 9:30 in the morning until the evening, and then I'll stop. And then in the evening I may just chill, but otherwise I'm going hardcore with work for the day. So it will be a full day of hopefully reading, and I'll probably do a Skillshare class or something because I have a couple that I would like to do. And then Thursday, Friday I am working and I'm staying at Andy's Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, come home Sunday probably, if not Monday morning because he will have work on Monday. So lots of time out this week. It is what it is. Hopefully I'll still get some reading done. We will see what happens. But so back to my TBR. Now that I've finished distracting myself, it's only 4 books this week, and 2 of which I am halfway through, and 2 of which are manga. So the first book that I'm going to be focusing on this week is Icarus by Kay Ankrum. This was sent to me by the publisher, and this is the book for the blog tour. So I am reviewing this on the 16th, so next Thursday, if I remember correctly. I'm fairly certain that's when it's in my diary for. It's in my calendar in my phone. This one is a book about a guy called Icarus. He is a thief, and him and his dad have been working together to get back at this guy called Mr. Black, who is at fault for Icarus's mother's death. So they've been stealing paintings from his gallery and replacing them with very good dupes, fakes, and they have been working together on this. Now Icarus has got a set of rules for himself. Don't let anyone distract him, don't make friends with anybody, don't get caught, etc, etc, until one day he does get caught by Mr. Black's mysterious son Helios. Now Helios has promised not to tell his father so long as Icarus can give him one thing, and that is a friendship. So he's in this predicament now, and that is basically the story. That is all I know about it, but I'm really looking forward to reading this one. The thing I love about Kate Ancram's books is that the chapters are always relatively short, and it's a very easy read. It's so easy to get through one of these in a day. My favourite Kate Ancram story, I've read 2 from her so far. My favourite one is The Wicker King. I have also read The Weight of Stars. I haven't read Darling. I did try, but honestly I don't vibe well with Peter Pan's retellings or the original Peter Pan story in general. I love movies, but Peter Pan stories just don't work for me generally. I have read Hooked by Emily McIntyre and The Never King, I think it's called. The Never King, I mean, I've only been given that series 3 and 2 stars. They're great for quick trashy reads, but that is literally it. Hooked I really enjoyed, but that is about it. So Darling didn't work for me, unfortunately, but Icarus I'm very excited for. So that is going to be my main focus for the week, and I don't think it will take me long to get through at all. I think I can blast through this tomorrow. The next one that was sent to me by a publisher, and this is from Del Rey, and it is My Love Story with Yamada-kun at LV999. This is a manga, as I've already mentioned. So again, it won't take me long to get through. This comes out on the 14th of May. And this one is following a Kane who's a college student, and her boyfriend has just broken up with her. Now she tends to play this RPG game with her boyfriend, but she decides to quit the online RPG they used to play together, but instead of deleting her account, she logs in and battles low-level enemies to relieve her stress and hurt feelings, which is where she meets Yamada. Now she ends up bumping into her ex-boyfriend. She meets Yamada in person as well, so she's playing online with him as well as meeting up with him in person. She just thinks he's a little bit strange, but she's not sure the reason why. But she ends up bumping into her ex-boyfriend one day and telling him that she's actually now dating Yamada. So we're going to see how this one goes, but I'm looking forward to this. It sounds great. Apparently it inspired an anime as well, which I haven't watched, so that's interesting. And then the 2 books that I am partway through, and you're probably sick of the sick to death of me hearing me talking about these books because I've been reading these for a while now. Death Note Volume 3 has now been mentioned in 3 different videos because I was reading it in 24 manga in 24 hours and then said that I was going to finish it in the final book support group and did not. So this is the 3rd video this book is now being featured in. I desperately want to finish it this week. I do not want this going on any longer. And then similarly with Mina and the Cult, because I've been halfway through this one since I went to Turkey, so I desperately want to finish this one as well. This one will be a physical read. Obviously the manga are also physical reads. Icarus I do have on audiobook, which is great. So I don't know if I'm going to get through anything else this week, but these are my main focuses. Death Note follows a young boy called Light Yagami, who in the first book, his dad's a detective, and in the first book he ends up coming across this Shingami who has what's called the Death Note, and if you write somebody's name in it, they will die in the next 40 seconds of what's seemingly a heart attack, unless you specify when and how they die. So Light ends up coming across this Death Note, which is attached to the Shingami, not physically, but like the Shingami comes with the Death Note, it's his Death Note. And he starts to try to rid the world of bad people. That's the only thing he wants to do with it. But obviously the mysteriousness catches the eye of the police, etc. And there is this other guy as well called S, I think he's called S if I remember correctly, who is working now with the detectives to try and figure out who exactly it is and what's going on. That's all I'm going to tell you. We have moved way on from that at this point. I'm on volume 3, so we've moved forward on from that at this point. So I do want to get back to this one. It was just taking me some time during the 24 manga in 24 hours, taking me too much time. So that's why I put it down, not because I wasn't enjoying it. And then Mina and the Cult, this one is the 3rd and final book in this series, the Mina and the Undead series by Amy McCaw. I am loving this series so far, and I'm really pissed at myself that it's taken me this long to get through this book. But basically Mina is a 17-year-old girl in the first book. She's got a sister called Libby who's 19, and a year ago they come from Whitby in the UK, and a year ago their mother went missing. Now Libby then moved to New Orleans to go to college, and Mina was left behind with her aunt. But during the summer, Mina's made the decision to go and live with Libby for the summer holidays, and her aunt has gone traveling the world because that's all she wanted to do, but she didn't want to leave Mina behind, obviously. So now she's in New Orleans and strange things start happening, and it just kind of goes on from there. Vampire stories. Vampires are well and truly making a comeback. This is a fantastic series, and I've given both of the first and second book 5 stars, and this probably also will get 5 stars. I'm just mad that it's taken me so long to get through it, and it is a me thing, not the book. As we've established over the last couple of weeks, I am having some problems. But only with certain books, and it's definitely not Mina and the cult's fault. It's me. It's my fault. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to focus on this week. I just want to get through some books that I'm halfway through. I need to focus on a couple of books that I want to do reviews for because they're coming from publishers or I'm on the blog tour. This is my main aim. Because this is my only audiobook, I may move on to something else for audio. We will see. But this is all I'm focusing on this week. So it's going to be pretty much kind of like a mood read week, but also at the same time not, because I do have some obligations with some of the books. Well, this is the only book I've got an obligation with, quite frankly. I don't have to review my love story with Yamada-kun at the LV999. Can't believe I just remembered that. I have no obligation to review that. They've sent it me, but I am very intrigued to give it a read, and I would like to. That's my video finishing exporting. I would like to give it a read and review before it comes out so that maybe I can review it on Instagram. So that is my aim for this week. We will see whether or not I achieve this and whether or not I add anything else to this, but I wasn't going to give you my full TBR for the week because I'm constantly changing my fucking mind. But honestly, I really just need to get through Death Note Volume 3 and Mina and the Undead. Icarus I do need to read for a blog tour, and then, you know, adding this one on as well at the end. So I'm pretty much set with this TBR for this week, but I could potentially add another audiobook on it. We will see what happens, and no guarantees. So yeah, that is everything. So I'm gonna go because I need to finish wrapping this video up and potentially probably getting started on editing Sunday's video as well, because that's not done yet, and I really don't want this editing to run into tomorrow because I would like to have the day to just read. I can't believe how nice it is outside and I'm stuck inside fucking working. It's a much nicer day today than it was yesterday as well, and I was spending my day with the family yesterday, so I'm mad that this wasn't the weather yesterday. It was nice outside, but it was a bit chilly, whereas today it's really warm outside. I literally have shorts and t-shirt on right now. That's it. Plus my shoes. Fuck knows why I've still got my shoes on. However, I do find that if I keep my shoes on in the house, I know some people, it gives them the ick. I truly do not care. My house, my rules. I do find that if I keep my shoes on, I'm more likely to actually get housework and work done. So it helps me stay focused. The minute I start taking my shoes off and getting comfortable, that's it. You will not move me again. So I've kept my shoes on. I've been sat here since like 1:30. It's been 4 hours and I've still got my shoes on. I don't know what to tell you. It is Tuesday afternoon, it's 3:30. I've been on sprints for almost 6 hours. We're on our last sprint. We've got about half an hour left of our last sprint, and I have a few reading updates for you, to be honest. I finished a book, partway through another 2, one of which I wasn't anticipating reading this week. Surprise, surprise. But I started the audiobook of it last night. So the book that I have finished is my love story with Yamada-kun at LV999. This one was good. It was interesting. I initially couldn't really stand Akane, honestly. She was a little bit whiny, but she has just split up with her boyfriend. started playing this game with him, becoming a bit of a gamer girl, and then he's broken up with her for somebody else that he's met on this game. She's made the decision to quit the RPG game they used to play together, but not cancel her account entirely. She's just going to go in and kill people. Battles low-level enemies to relieve her stress and hurt feelings. So she ends up coming across this guy called Yamada. Now, she ends up going to this event where she finds Yamada quite unapproachable and a little bit rude. But she ends up going to this event in the hopes that she will bump into her ex and he will see how great she is and how well she's doing, etc, etc. She ends up bumping into Yamada, and as she bumps into him, her ex turns up. It turns out Yamada is like a pro gamer, and everybody knows him, and she pretends that Yamada is her boyfriend. So anyway, they end up continuing to converse a little bit online. He's still rude. And then things just kind of seem to change a little bit between them. And it was interesting. Sorry, I've just noticed I've got a thread on my pants. Things just seem to change between them. So I'm intrigued to continue on with this and see what happens next. Kind of did leave us on a cliffhanger, so I am excited to continue on with it. And I gave this one 4 stars. It was pretty good. So I have read that. Then I did start Icarus today, and I am currently 174 pages into this. So hoping to kind of read it in one day. But there's a lot going on in here. I can't remember if I've given you a synopsis or not on this, but we're following a boy called Icarus who... his father, Angus, basically Icarus's mum, Angus's wife, was killed several years prior, I think, and for the last few years Icarus has been going into this guy's house, Mr. Black, who is an accomplice in his mother's murder, and swapping out rare pieces of art for fakes that his dad has been making. So they're doing this together. They're kind of a team. And one day, like, Icarus has got this rule to not have any friends or anything like that. You can't bring people over or anything because they've got these priceless pieces of art and stuff in the house. He does have a friend for each class, so that, you know, he doesn't look too strange at school. But otherwise, he kind of keeps himself to himself. And then one day while he's in Mr. Black's house, he ends up coming across Helios, who is Mr. Black's son, who catches him one day stealing a piece of art. Now, Helios doesn't want to turn him into Mr. Black. He just wants a friend. So he says to Icarus, like, can we be friends? I'll not say anything to my dad. I just want to be friends. Turns out it's a lot deeper and a bit darker than that. I would check your content warnings for this before you go into it. It has got abuse, mental, physical in some senses, as well of, I would say, a minor. I'm not sure how old Icarus and Helios is 17. I'm not sure how old Icarus is, but yeah, there is domestic abuse going on of a minor. So just be wary of that going in. It's not been too intense yet, but I think it could get more intense. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. It's just a lot heavier than I anticipated, but I'm having a good time with it. I didn't realise either that this was kind of like a reimagining of Icarus, which is a Greek mythology. Icarus's dad flew too close to the sun with waxed wings and died. Something to do with that. So I'm intrigued to see where this goes. I had to Google that because I didn't know. So many people have asked me, is this a retelling of something? And I didn't know the answer. So I did a quick Google and it turns out that is the case. So yeah, I'm having a good time with this so far, enjoying it. It's very fast paced with the short chapters. So I've been reading that, and then the final thing that I have been reading is Can't Spell Treason Without T. I don't have the synopsis because I have an audiobook of it from NetGalley. So this one actually comes out tomorrow on the 9th, and the synopsis of this, it is a cozy fantasy for fans of TJ Klune and Travis Baldry, and I would agree with that so far. It's following Reyna and Chianthi, I think. Reyna and Chianthi. I'm fairly certain that's how they pronounce her name. And they dream of opening a friendly bookshop together, serving the very best tea and cakes. Worn wooden floors, plants on every table, firelit firelight drifting between the rafters, all complemented by love and good company. Rhaena, however, is an elite bodyguard of a vengeful queen, and she's had to escape. Now, if she's caught, this could end in death for her. Chianthi is the most powerful mage in existence. Leaving their lives behind seems impossible, yet they flee to Tawny, a town nestled in the icy peaks of Dragon Country. There they open the bookstore they always wanted. What follows is a tale of mishaps, mysteries, dragons, and murderous queen throwing the realm's biggest temper tantrum, and two women will discover what they mean to each other and their world. It's absolutely adorable, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Chianthi rides on a griffin, and it's just the cutest thing. There are dragons in here, there is tea, there is this bookshop. You know, it's just really, really sweet. There are some of the nicest people in this town, Tawny, as well. And I'm just really enjoying my time with this book at the moment, like having a fabulous time with it. It's really, really good. I am currently, how far through it am I? I'm currently 38% in. I started listening to it last night. I was sorting the DVDs out from the box room, putting them in Andy's wardrobe at the moment because he's not using it, so that I can get this box room sorted. And I needed to move the DVDs so I can move some furniture. So I was sorting those out last night, and I decided to start it, and I got 24% in. And then while I was making my lunch this afternoon, tidying up the kitchen a little bit, I read some more. So I'm now 38% in, and I'm having such a fantastic time with it. So it's going well so far. So I do have 2 audiobooks on the go at the moment. I am, as I've said, gonna finish on... This is going to be the last sprint of the day, and I'm going to go downstairs and watch a bit of TV. I think I am feeling really tired today, and I'm not sure why, so I'm going to go downstairs and watch a bit of TV. I could have done with hanging out a little bit longer on here really, but it is what it is. And then I might read some more later, but I'm debating whether or not to pick up Mina and the Cull or Death Note and try and get through some more of one of those. Just to make some progress on a physical read. But I don't think I'm going to get Icarus finished today. I think this will continue on into the rest of the week. So I am hoping to still finish. Well, I need to finish Icarus this week. But I'm hoping to get through Can't Spell Treason Without Tea as well this week, because that will be nice. And hopefully still Mina and the Cull and Death Note, but we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, having a good time with my books so far. So this week's going well so far. Have made some progress on tidying a little bit more in the box room. I think slow and steady wins the race with this one, to be honest. I can't do it all in one day. I could if I really put my mind to it, but it's hard work on my own. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and give you an update, let you know that I have finished a book, and I am part way through, not quite halfway through, 2 more books as well. And I'm enjoying myself, so having a great time so far. Good afternoon. It is Sunday. I have barely dated this vlog. It's going to be a shorter one, I think, this week. It's 5:20. I've just got home. I am sweating. It's so fucking warm right now. I think a storm is about to roll in. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not mad about it. I know us UKs complain all the time about the weather. We're not happy if it's raining, we're not happy if it's sunny. Like, it's hard to explain. It rains all the time, so when it is sunny, we like it. But when it is a long period of time and it's 24 degrees, let me tell you, 24 degrees in the UK feels a lot different than 24 degrees anywhere else. So I'm struggling a little bit. This has been quite the packed week, I will say. What did I do this week? I think the last time I spoke to you was Wednesday. I was at work Thursday and Friday. I got my hair done on Thursday. I was at work Thursday and Friday. We went out for a little bit on Thursday. And then yesterday, Andy had his theory test. He did not pass it by 4 points on the questions. He smashed the hazard perception, which is really weird to me because I think the hazard perception should be way more, you know, they should be looking at that more than the questions. I'm not gonna lie, like, they've got to make sure that you can very quickly spot when something is a hazard, you know, as opposed to what speed can you do on the motorway when pulling a trailer. I don't know the answer to that question. I have been driving for 16 years this year. And I don't know the answer to that question. I've never pulled a trailer in my life. And if I ever did, I would, first of all, probably not. But I'd probably get someone else to do it that's already done it. But if I ever had to, I would make sure I asked an expert exactly what it is I'm doing and everything I need to know. But what the fuck do I know, hey? So yeah, unfortunately he hasn't passed that one. He has rebooked it for in a couple more weeks. It's like a month in between them now, which is a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. And then today we made the decision this morning to, well, Andy made the decision actually. He was like, what are your plans for today? I was like, I've got to go home at some point, but what are your plans? He was like, I don't know. I was thinking maybe we could go to Blackpool. And I was like, cool beans, let's go. So we've been to Blackpool this morning. Well, this afternoon. And then we met up with his mum because she was only on a half day at work. So it's been nice, but I had to come home. Like, the sun, it was doing too much to me. I don't cope well with the heat, I'm not gonna lie. So I am gonna go and dig my fan out, I think, and hang out down here for a little bit on the sofa. I really need to get some reading done because I've barely done any this week, I'm not gonna lie. So sorry, I'm trying to hydrate. I am going to give you a reading update in a minute, but I have a couple of parcels to unbox with you. So I've got these two, no clue what they are. And I did nip to Waterstones while we were in Wigan because we spotted it. And I was like, oh, I'll go and have a butcher's. I wasn't looking for anything in particular, but I did end up getting 2 books. So one of them is a book that I have been listening to on audiobook this week. Again, haven't finished it, but it is Can't Spell Treason Without T by Rebecca Thorne. This has now come out, so while I was in there I thought, you know what, I'm going to get a copy because I'm actually loving this. It's really, really good. It is a cozy fantasy following Rhaena and also Chianthi, I think, if I remember correctly, and it's just absolutely adorable. It's queer. I think I've already told you about it this week in this vlog, but it's queer and I'm having the best time. And I think I am about here, which is like 126 pages in. So that is my Waterstones receipt. So I am hoping to continue on with this. I don't think I'm going to finish it this week, so you're going to have to keep your eyes peeled to find out my final thoughts in another vlog. And then the other one that I got is one that I've never heard of before, but I just spotted it and I'm kind of looking for more like horror thriller novellas. And it is The Pale House Devil by Richard Kadrey. Never heard of this before, but I'm obsessed with this cover. And it just sounds really interesting, I think, because it's following Ford and Newland, who are paranormal mercenaries. One of them lives, one of them's undead. One of them kills the undead, the other kills the living. When a job goes bad in New York, they head west to wait for the heat to cool down. There, a young woman named Tilda Rosenblum hires them on behalf of wealthy landowner Shepard Mansfield to track and kill a demon haunting a mansion in a remote North California. Struggles, sorry, it's the heat, it's getting to me. As Ford and Newland investigate, they uncover a legacy of blood, sacrifice and slavery in the house. Forced to confront a powerful creature unlike anything they faced before, they come to learn that the most frightening monster might not be the one they're hunting. And it just sounded really interesting, so I decided to pick it up. It's only 115 pages. And it sounds really good. I'm always down for a horror novella. So those are the 2 books that I did get from Waterstones. Didn't pay a penny for them because I had 50 quid on my Waterstones card. So free books if you like. So I did get those. And then we're going to see what's in here. I've got absolutely no idea where it's from. Or what it is. Have I ordered it? I don't know. Let's find out together. I haven't ordered these. They've come from the publisher. Oh, look. There's a thingamabob in here. Okay, these are from Del Rey. We do have Hunt on Dark Waters by Katie Robert. I have tried Katie Robert before, but with her Greek mythology ones, and I couldn't get into them. So this is a new fantasy romance series from Katie Robert. Sail the high seas between worlds with this first book in new fantasy romance series from Katie Robert. Evelyn is a witch with a perfect storm of bad impulses, terrible tasting bed partners, sticky fingers, and a lust for danger. After she steals from her vampire ex and falls through a portal to another realm, she's fished out of the waters by a band of seafarers and their telekinetic captain. She's immediately given a choice: join their group or die. I'm not going to read the rest of it because we'll be here forever, but that sounds right up my street. So I'm very excited about this. And then what I'm going to assume is the sequel. Set sail for adventure and love in the next spicy fantasy romance from Katie Robert. I assume this is the sequel to the first one. Maybe, I don't know. This one comes out on the 16th of May and it is Blood on the Tide by Katie Roberts. So they've sent me both the first one and the second one. So shout out to Del Rey for sending me those. Thank you very much. I'm intrigued by both of these for sure. Cute. My neighbours have just come back. That's very awkward. Cute, yeah. So shout out to Del Rey for sending me both of those. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. And then we've got this large box. This is what I get for filming in the window, hey? Ooh, yay. Okay, speaking of Greek mythology, I have already read both of these, and it is Lore Olympus volumes 5 and 6 from Illumicrate. So these are the ones with the pretty sprayed edges to match the set that I already have. So I have read both of them because I did get an early copy of volume 6. So yay, those have now come in as well. So that's exciting. Okay, so quick reading update from me because this has been a long clip so far. Maybe this vlog won't be as short as I think it's going to be. I have been making progress on Icarus by Kate Ankrum. My aim is to finish this evening because I haven't quite got there, but I did make some progress. And I'm now on page 318. I am still really enjoying this so far. I'm having a very good time. Really enjoying the friendships that we've got going on in here, the conversations that Icarus is having with his father, August, and the way that he is able to see, albeit he doesn't have, you know, a fantastic life with his dad is encouraging him to help him with this mission to try and bring down Mr. Black, and it could get Icarus in a lot of trouble. He does see then when he spends time with Helios how different his relationship is with his dad, with August, as to how bad Helios has got it with his dad, Mr. Black. So it's an interesting insight into different things going on, and also queerness as well, and I'm just really enjoying it. I'm having a very good time so far. So I haven't got long left to go on this, about 45 minutes I think. And then I think my other plan for this evening will be to try and finish Death Note volume 3 as well. I've made no progress on this, but I think my aim will be to try and finish this off so that it's done, because I'm sick to death of seeing it, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'm gonna end up making any progress on Mina and the cult, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really sad because I do want to finish this off. I'm just not prioritizing it at the moment. I think I'm still struggling with physically reading, so we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll make some progress this evening, maybe not. And then obviously the other book that I am currently reading, I have already mentioned, is can't spell treason without tea, but I think I still got quite a ways to go with this. I'm only about 38% in, so I may on and off listen to this evening, but I'm not going to get it finished. So that is my plan this evening. My aim, I think, once I've cooled down and calmed down from the heat, I think I am just going to hang out and read for the evening. I do have a chunk of hours, so I think that's just going to be my aim, finish what I can. And then tomorrow I will probably wrap this up for you. So yeah, that is my plan. I'm going to go and get changed. I think I feel horrifically sweaty. And I'll check in with you later. Good morning, it's Monday. I am sweating my back off. It's 7:30 and it's fucking warm in this room right now. My legging shorts have gone in the wash and I only have one pair, so I could put some shorter shorts on, but I'm sat in a leather chair and I just know that it's gonna hurt every time I stand up. We're gonna have to see what we're gonna do about that. But I'm here to wrap up this week's reading vlog. I did finish another book last night, but I didn't finish two. So overall, here's what I read this week. I did read my love story with Yamada-kun at LV999. I liked this one, it was good, and I ended up giving it 4 stars, and I am looking forward to continuing on with the series. Reading this week, well, last week now because it was last week, felt like a lifetime ago. It's really weird how long last week seemed to go. Anyway, I did finish Icarus by Kate Ancrum. This was really good. Kate Ancrum's writing style is really good at making you think and read more into her words than necessarily what they may be saying. This was a really good look at family, at relationships between father and son, at relationships between friends, at the impact somebody else's decision can have on a younger person, and how that can affect them for the rest of their life. And it was just incredible. I just think it was really good, and I just had a really good time with it. I really enjoyed myself. I haven't run this through Cawpile yet, but I reckon it's going to get 4.5 stars on Cawpile. I had a very good time with it, I'm not going to lie. It did take me a lot longer to get through than I anticipated though. I anticipated that I was going to read this in one day. Because of the subject matter and stuff, it did take me longer than that, but I thought it would therefore maybe only take me a couple of days. It didn't. It took me the whole week. But that's fine. So yeah, 4.5 stars for this one. I did then make some more progress in Death Note, my elbow. Death Note Volume 3 last night, not much more, but I'm now over halfway, which previously I was not. I think with this one, I don't know what it is with this, but this is really friggin' dragging. And I had a look on Goodreads. I know that Katie said the same thing, that she flew through the first 2, which I did as well. But then she's gotten to this one and there's just way more text in it and less illustrations, I think, than the previous 2 volumes. If you're gonna have this amount of text on the page in a manga, are you not better off writing a light novel? Is that what it's called? A light novel. You know, like the story version of the story. Like, give us the bare bones in here and then write a light novel to go with it. And if people want to know more, they can do. It's taking me way too long to get through this and I'm bored. and I don't want that to happen because I do want to continue on with the story, but I'm just bored and it's taking me too long to get through. Maybe I'll finish it at some point, I don't fucking know, but this week has not been it. So there's that. Mina and the Cull, I haven't read any more on this. It's not the book's fault. It is entirely my fault. I am loving this series. I just haven't been prioritising it, and I really do need to do so. So I'm not sure when that's going to happen. This upcoming week's vlog is a Patreon weekly readathon. This does not fit into the theme of that, but maybe I'll run it along in the background. I don't know. I make no promises. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping to still have this finished by the end of May because I'm getting annoyed with myself now. Not with the book, with myself. And finally, the other book that I did make some progress in this week, I started this week, is Can't Spell Treason Without T by Rebecca Thorne, and I did double check last night and I did get to page 126 in this, and I'm having a fantastic time. And as it turns out, the theme for the upcoming week's vlog is subscription box books, and even if you don't own the subscription box edition, it can still count. Broken Binding have done an edition of this. So I know it may not have come in a subscription box specifically, but we do allow for special editions as well from subscription boxes. My rules. My readathon, my rules. It is what it is. So I am aiming to finish this off in the upcoming week's vlog, so you don't have too long to wait to hear my thoughts on this. But overall, fucking loving it. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on this week. 2 books finished, 1 book started, and 1 book has had some progress made in it, but wrong way around. But these 2 are the books that I have read this week, which is really nice actually, because both of these have been sent to me by publishers, and they were sent to me literally in the last couple of weeks, and I've read them both, so that is great, I think. So yeah, really happy with the progress this week. I would like to have read more, but it is what it is. It's been fucking glorious in the UK, and honestly, it's really weird because when I'm on holiday I can read a fuck ton, but when it is really, really nice, all I want to do is spend time with my friends and family and just go out. Like, I don't want to be sat in or sat, you know, at a park somewhere on my own reading. I just want to be with my friends and family. I don't know if other people are like that, but that's what I want to be doing. So that's what I've been doing this week. Yeah, it is what it is. I hope you have enjoyed this vlog. I know it's probably been shorter than usual vlogs from me, and with a lot less content, maybe more b-roll. I actually don't know what I've got yet, so I'm going to import the footage now and get it edited. It is very early this morning, but I wanted to try and get up and get my work done as early as possible so that I can just get on with my day and do some reading, clean the house, whack my audiobooks on, and just give the house a clean and stuff. It really needs doing, and I've got to start making some progress in that room, but I think it's just too warm today to be doing that, especially on the basis I haven't got shorts on. I've got leggings on. Questionable decision, I know. So yeah, that is going to be the end of this video. I don't know where I was going with that sentence. That is going to be the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed, and I shall see you in whatever comes next. Bye for now.